talk about God, and let's talk about faith. Okay, let's hear
it. Okay.
Nobody saw that part, right?
Nobody saw that, but
okay.
We'll skip right over that, even though I'll make sure to clip that.
Just leave it.
Welcome. You're now part of another episode of the Respawn Podcast, your weekly update on all things God, gaming, and more nonsense than you're ready for. Rosa and Pastor Steven, bringing faith in video games right to your ears. Let's get this started.
Right to your ears. I love that part.
This is not what I expected this intro to sound like.
Right to your ears.
I was ready to just be like, hey, and then you came out with this hardcore Russian accent. Have you ever seen KallmeKris on TikTok?
Love her.
Yes, love her. She has this Russian character that you sounded just like.
Oh, I know.
Just like her. I forgot her name. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Her. I know. Oh. Yeah. I just can't remember the name.
Janet.
Is Janet?
Right. No. That might be another character. She's got so many.
She has.
Sergey is one of the kids, and then Mishka is the other one.
Is it Mishka?
No, Mishka's not the woman. I'm pretty sure Janet is the regular alcoholic character that she has.
It's Riley.
Riley's a little girl.
Riley's the Russian character, no?
No. Riley is the little girl that she uses with the little beanie.
Okay, we're never gonna figure this out.
I'm invested, but I can't think of.
Have you seen her? Sorry, guys, this is a Christian podcast, but we're about to flip the switch for a second. Have you seen her other account?
Yes, so, the thirst trap one.
Yes. She's got KallmeKris, and then she's got Call Me Whatever You Want.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I was with Kat, we were scrolling, and I noticed that it was the first time I'd seen it, so I'd noticed a name change, and I was like, wait, I thought her name was KallmeKris. And then when you realize that it's a thirst trap account, for fun, I was like, oh, it's not KallmeKris, it's Call Me Whatever You Want.
Yeah, that's actually how I found out that she's a Twitch streamer.
Yes, a pretty successful one too.
Yeah, I spent some time in her stream not long ago and talked to her.
She's someone who so she started her popularity through TikTok, right? And this is something that I'm not envious of, but I'm trying to learn of. She started her stuff through TikTok, and she blew up on TikTok. But you can tell she was made for this, because she's been able to take it from TikTok successfully to YouTube with 4 million subscribers. She has a very good Twitch stream. Very good. She has branched out where I feel like I'm stuck right now and I'm trying to learn and figure this out. She successfully just figured it out, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing really good.
That girl's an entertainer, bro. That girl's an entertainer. She's got it.
The comments on her Thirst Trap account is pretty. I could just sit there all day and read the comments.
I don't think I've read much.
Oh, they're good. And famous people.
I remember scrolling what you were talking about, and I was saw her, and I was like, "What is this?" And then I read the caption was "If this came across your page or your For You page, then I guess it's not so secret anymore," or something like that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, she's good. It was one of the first TikTokers I ever saw when I downloaded the app, and I was like, I need to be her friend.
Yeah, I've been following her for a while.
She has no clue that I exist.
She's doing good. She's super successful. Super successful. Speaking of TikToks, you've been filming a lot this week, I've noticed.
I had a night the other night that I was just on a whim, man. I
can tell because they were all posted in one night.
Yeah. I need to not do that, probably.
I can tell your draft folder is empty.
Yeah, I don't do drafts, and I know that's something I should probably do. Keep it in the drafts.
But they were good. You're getting better at TikTok, I think.
Yeah, the wee one was it. I actually took them and posted them on Instagram too, and
good.
It was. I mean, it's not crazy numbers or anything, but There was one of them that's got like 4,000 like reach. Like it reached
That's
like
huge.
4,000
That's
people.
awesome. That's really huge.
And got quite a bit like of follows from it on Instagram though, but they didn't come to my Twitch. That's essentially what I'm doing it for. So,
You know what I noticed?
that's the problem I was having on TikTok. Like I got like a massive like growth. Like I went from like 100 followers to like 1,000 in like so little time. But it's like they're just staying on TikTok.
That's the hard part. Is like even me, right? Like 250 or so on 250,000 on TikTok, but like it's a struggle, especially me because I have like some gaming, some just Christian. Like it's a mix, unfortunately, and like it's hard getting them to go from point A to point B, which is why I think that's my whole thing with Twitch. Is I don't know how Twitch is going to do this long term when all these other platforms just throw streaming into it.
Yeah.
Why go to Twitch when I can stream to the people that are already here, and I don't have to try to pull them over.
Kind of a witch for that.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot more gamers streaming on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen that lately.
I've seen like a few, and it's just how, like they literally have their gameplay there and like their camera and everything. Like what?
Yeah, you can send it from OBS. I've done it before. I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
definitely.
I've done it.
I think that's where I'm failing. I need to go live on TikTok more. But the last time that happened, it was.
I'm losing followers right
I'm gonna
now.
leave it.
I'm on a downhill with TikTok right now.
I noticed like those videos that I posted. I thought they were like good quality content, but they've got like no views.
Yeah, I think the season right now is tough. Like a lot of companies, because it's shopping time, are paying for ads on the platforms, so you're gonna get less views in general because it's more saturated. But I think the platform's just hard and tough in general right now. And then I've had this before where I hit a slope where I started to go downhill and lose followers. I'm at that point right now after my shadow ban. Like I was struggling. I'm out of it, but now I'm like trying to catch up with views. So I'm not getting as many as I get the unfollows right now because I just wasn't posting for a while because of the ban. So I just got to figure it out. I think everybody tries to complain about the platforms. Like YouTube is so hard, Twitch is so hard, TikTok shadow bans me, and it's like, well, yeah, so figure it out, So I'm trying to figure it out right now. I hit this plateau at 8,000 followers, and then at like 40,000 followers, I hit the plateau as well, and I was in the same exact boat. I know it's possible. I've done it 2 times, but it's just figuring out how to make better quality content and not post a video. Not post a video, I think. Yeah. Not like maybe my content is not as good as it used to be because the platform's changed. I need to get better. So I'm kind of I haven't even posted in 5 days because I've just been like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
So
that's all you can do. How was your week?
Long and hectic. We had Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, we had Thanksgiving. It was good. We had a fun Thanksgiving. Although the day before Thanksgiving, I went outside to my backyard and noticed a puddle of water, and it smelled not like sewer, but it just smelled bad. And then I looked down and I noticed little shreds of rice, like just a couple. And I was like, this is from my sink. So then I went inside, shut everything off, and I was like, I must have a busted pipe, So I had somebody come out the next day, a friend of mine. We did so much stuff, nothing changed. So then the day after Thanksgiving, I started digging into the ground with another friend from my church. Great help. Anyway, looking for this busted pipe, and then I found out. Just fell. Your what?
My curtain just fell.
I saw. That's what that was. I saw something.
We're gonna ignore it. We're gonna ignore it.
Oh, you can't ignore it now. If you guys are not watching the video version, switch over to the video version because I missed it completely. I saw something move real fast, but I didn't think anything of it until you said something.
It's fine.
What was I gonna say? Anyway, so I dug up. You know what is going on? It's worse. So I thought it was a busted pipe. Nothing's broken. Apparently, when my house was built, like in the 50s or 60s, they just put running water out into the dirt. So like from the sink, it just goes into my backyard. That's it. It doesn't even go little by little. It just goes and right out into the backyard, which I guess was not a problem because they didn't use washing machines and garbage disposals that much. Except the people who sold me the house were great. Like they were amazing people. Christian, they sold me the house because they knew I was a youth pastor. They told me every little problem they could possibly think of. My real estate agent called me and she was like, I've been doing this for 30 years. I have never met more honest people in my life. Because they were calling her every 2 days going, we found this and this problem. Can I leave him money on the counter so he can fix it?
Oh.
Yeah, super nice. They left me extra money to like fix the little things that they found. So I know I know this didn't happen to them, but 2 years ago they redid the whole kitchen. So I have a really nice kitchen with a brand new garbage disposal and a dishwasher. And I think now I'm just filling up the backyard. So anyway, my backyard now looks like a construction site. Shout out to my church. I got a excavator in my backyard. Like, we're doing it big.
Wow.
Have you ever seen Blippi?
My son was obsessed with Blippi before he was famous. It's kind of a flex that we have.
Oh, that's a flex for sure.
Yeah. Like, literally had like 700 subscribers.
Well, Blippi lived in Washington 20 minutes from me and filmed most of his videos 20 minutes from me, so that's a flex right there.
Kinda. I mean...
His song, Excavator, is what I've been playing in my head all week while I've been excavating.
Noah, I have so many videos on my phone of Noah singing that song.
I'm an excavator.
I know. Don't do this to me. Excavator. Hey, dirt. See you later.
I'm an excavator. Anyway, so my backyard has huge holes in it right now, and I'm redoing all the piping. But thankfully, this would probably cost somebody $10,000, and it's probably going to cost me like $100 because all the help that I've had. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You have like such a good church.
I really do. You know what? So I went to church today, and then at church I got a text message from this older guy at my church. He was like, hey, I'm not on security team. I don't have any volunteer services today. He's like, so I was thinking about putting headphones in, listening to the service, and going to your house and digging for you. I was like, no, don't do that. And then he texts me back and he's like, well, if I'm not at church, you know where I am. And then I watched on my security camera. This guy worked for 3 hours straight with my excavator, just did all the work for me. I didn't have to do any digging at all. I barely did digging. He got it all ready for us to work on it tomorrow, and he's going to come tomorrow and help me. Then somebody else from my church gave me the excavator. Like,
yeah.
W. Family. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great church.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. Anyway, but I mean, besides that, my week's been all right. I've just been busy with house stuff, and we did Thanksgiving, which was crazy because we have kids. And so Thanksgiving's just chasing your kids around, and all they do is eat nothing but rolls, and you're just chasing them around. And we put up our Christmas tree.
Can't you see that I work all week? All week. You ever sleep? No time for sleep. No time for play.
I want to end my stream the way he ends his YouTube videos, and he's like, what's my name? B-L-I. P-P-I. Blippi. What's my name? Pastor Steve.
I think he's coming. Oh, he's coming.
Because he heard us talking about Blippi. Because we're talking about Blippi.
The McDonald's.
At a farm. Yeah.
I'm not ordering us a McDonald's right now. Maybe in a little. I'm gonna cook soon.
W, kid. W. For those of you guys that don't know, Rosa has a 5-year-old. A 6-year-old, actually. I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So she's obviously winning in the stress department with one kid.
God.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good. Anyway, week's been okay overall. Just crazy in the house and not sleeping and working nonstop. What about you?
Crazy in the house, not sleeping, just working,
Parent life.
Same.
Kind of what we're going to talk about with the God thing today. Like all the stuff that we got to do. All the stuff.
Let me jump into the review real quick, shall we?
Let's do a review.
Please, we can't afford a single slip up. They're judging us.
Review. Yes, good stuff. Here you go. Have a read.
All right, Rosa's got the review.
All right. I thought this was like kind of cool because it's like feedback. Small More Gamer, W Mod, love you.
He's a great member of your community.
He is very wholesome guy.
W.
I would love to hug him. He says, human nature, in general, is self-preserving and selfish. Helping people doesn't come naturally to everyone. Granted, each situation is different, but for the example given with the Good Samaritan, some people don't do well with those situations. The least they could do is ask if they can call for help if they're comfortable with that. In today's society, everyone is afraid to help due to always being in a rush and what might happen. They could get sued, they could get hurt, it could be a trap or any other negative situation. I've seen a glimpse of the dark side of humanity, and I wish we could have more people like that of the Good Samaritan. Have a great Thanksgiving, y'all.
That was such a wholesome, like...
The man is a walking W, I'm just telling you.
That was wholesome and exactly what we talked about last episode. That was really wholesome.
You're talking about, like, somebody that's accepting and open and like, non-judgmental, like, that kind of...
Yeah.
It's my kind of people right there.
Yeah, seriously.
And he gets it. He gets it. And he has good points, because, I mean, it's true.
It is. It's very true. It's kind of exactly what
I saw something on Facebook recently, like, where a lady was just finished shopping and, like, went out to her car, and there was, like, a note on her back glass or something like that. When she got in the car, you know, she was starting it, she, like, turned around, looked out the back glass, and saw a note. She gets out of her car and, like, goes to get the note and, like, got rushed by, like, 3 guys, and, like, they tried to kidnap her and all kinds of stuff. Like, it's... I mean, that's not necessarily the same situation as, like, Good Samaritan, but that's still, like... Could you imagine?
Where's our world going to, yeah.
There's a lady that, like... What's it called when people, like, panhandling? Is that what it's called? Yeah. She's, like, blind. Yeah. She doesn't have an eye. I don't know how many times that woman's got me.
Yeah.
Like, it was, like, number 4. I was like, is this the same lady? This is the same lady. Yeah. And it's, like, the same story every time. Like, she's got to get to Charleston to her daughter broke down and this and that and this and that. Yeah. And, like, it got to the point, too, like, where the workers were outside in the parking lot, like, don't give in to it. She does this, like, literally we have to have her police called and, like, her removed, like, every day.
I know, it's one of those worlds, like, I don't know where it's going. I appreciate Smile for that, like, feedback, though, from what we were talking about. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do nothing, can't do anything except do the right thing. Treat people like as it was Jesus, regardless of what's going on with their life, and do the right thing on yours, you know? Hey guys, thanks again for the review. If you guys are listening...
Oh my gosh.
What?
I forgot about something that just happened to me the other day. I'm not even kidding you. It was like the day after the podcast. I went to go window shopping, and I just needed out of the house. I'm like at a stop sign, and... You know, I waited my turn. It's time for me to go. I start going, and there's this man and this woman, and they have, like, 3 kids with them. She's carrying one, and then the other 2 are, like, trailing behind. And I was like, I just stopped. You know, of course, I'm going to stop. I let them get across the road, but, like, they have kids. I know how that is. Like, one of them could let go of her hand at any moment and try to, you know, run. Yeah. So I waited until they, like, actually got a good distance into, you know, on the sidewalk.
Yeah, totally.
And so I start, like, casually, like, creeping up, and I'm, like, going really slow, like, watching for the kids and stuff, and this woman, like, turns around and she's, like, screaming at me, and I can't hear what she's saying. So of course, like, I rolled down my window, and she was like, "You nosy B-word, get moving." Careful. All this and all that, and I was like, "Girl, I was just being courteous. Like, you got kids." The guy comes up, reaches in his waistband, and was like, "I'm gonna consider you a threat, girl. You better get them moving."
What the heck?
And I was like, "Okay, y'all are obviously tweaking. Like, I need okay."
What the heck?
And like the sad thing is like literally as I was watching her kids, I was like, "Dang, it's like 23 degrees out here. Like, maybe I should ask if they need a ride."
That's crazy.
I'm good. I'm good.
Dang, that is crazy. Speaking of totally sidetracking this before we switch off the review segment. you talked about like kids in the street. My kid is 3, and we told him that if he runs in the street, like or on the parking garage, he get killed. He get hit by a car and killed. Right. 5 days later, we're at a parking lot. He lets go of my wife's hand, starts running in a parking lot, screaming, "I want to get hit by a car and killed." So that's the type of stuff you deal with as a parent.
Wow.
Guys, thanks for the review. Smile, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, and not to mention that they continued to follow me into the store.
Oh, heck no.
I forgot about that part.
No, girl. No. Run.
My son has... my son needs my assistance in the bathroom. I will be...
You're good.
I will be right back.
Hey, guys, if you are listening on the audio version, thank you guys so much for listening. You guys can drop a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps us tremendously with the analytics, so we really appreciate that. If you're watching on the YouTube, on the video version, drop a comment on our video, like it, make sure you smash that subscribe button. It helps us a lot. We want to make sure you guys stay up to date with what's going on with the podcast. And then every single episode, we pick a review or a comment to read every single episode, so yours might be the one. So we really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. We're going to switch over to our God portion of the podcast.
Talk about God, and let's talk about faith. Okay, let's hear it.
All right, so here's our topic for today. It's how do we balance God? Like, how do you balance God in the midst of everything else you have to do? So like for us, we're streamers, we make content online, we're parents, we're spouses.
I'm not even gonna hold you.
The list can go on and on and on.
It's hard.
Yeah, like how do you balance that? I mean, let's just throw it all out and say that there are times where we're not reading our Bible, there are times where we're not going to church, there are all that. Okay, let's just throw that out there.
There's times when I'm so crappy that I haven't even talked to God.
Yeah.
Like, I literally will wake up and be like, I did not pray at all yesterday. It's not that I, like, didn't acknowledge him, though, because I feel like he's always, like, at the forefront, like, every interaction, every, thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I'm not doing my part and, like, coming to him one-on-one when I need to be, when I should be, and like setting aside specific time for that. And I struggle with that. I do.
Yeah. Same, like even as a pastor, like what I struggle with is like, I mean, I struggle with a lot, but I want to make sure that I'm finding time to spend with just God.
Exactly.
And like as a pastor, sometimes it's really easy to read the Bible and get a sermon out of it. And it's like, well, that's not really what I'm trying to read the Bible though for. I'm just trying to read for reading. But then it's hard because you wake up in the morning, right? I'm a parent. Those of you guys listening, you may not be in the same lifeboat as us, but you've got your own stuff. I wake up, my kids need me, my wife needs me, my church needs me, then there's TikTok, and I gotta upload those videos to Instagram, and there's all this stuff, and it's like, I'm grateful that I have the stuff, because I'm grateful to God that I have it, but it's like, where do I draw the line so that the stuff doesn't overtake me, and I'm making sure that I'm making God the priority?
Yeah.
It's like, if you really think about it, it's like, are we giving God majority of our day? No, probably.
No.
We're probably spending more time content creating or with our spouses or whatever.
Yeah.
Than we are, and it's like, how do you deal with that balance?
Balance is hard for me with everything.
Yeah.
In life. Balancing friends, balancing family, balancing keeping myself alive, balancing keeping a whole human being alive, another human being alive.
Yeah.
Balance has always been something I've struggled with.
Yeah, I get this question too asked a lot because a lot of times gamers will hit me up and they're like, how do you balance like playing so much with, I got to spend time with God, and it's like, I mean, you got to just spend time with God.
Yeah.
I found that
I think it comes down to like you having that acknowledgement about yourself and being like, do I do something about this or do I just sit and wallow in it? And it's just like everything else that you have realizations about like that. Like, There's got to be change that happens, and it's going to start with you only. Because it's a you issue. So, but I don't know. Answer that question.
For
What's
me,
balance?
I found that like I'm never gonna have balance, right? Like I'm never gonna give my wife perfect attention. God, like I'm never gonna have balance. So I found that for me, I haven't been doing it well lately, but where the first thing I do sets the pace for me. So for me, when I wake up in the morning, if I can make that time that I purposely acknowledge the Lord, and like maybe I'm not reading 10 chapters out the Bible in the morning, but if I can stop everything I'm doing and just for a second thank God that I'm even waking up next to my wife or seeing my kids or whatever, I found that like making God the first priority makes it that I'm making him the priority for the rest of the day.
It sets the pace for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I just tell people, like, you're struggling, spend time with God and gaming and all this stuff. I mean, I would just make him number one. Not number one is like, I mean, he should be number one, everything, but I mean, make him number one as in like priority for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other stuff will be fine. But if you wake up and the first thing we do is social media, PlayStation 5, whatever, Xbox, then we're out of balance, you know?
Right.
This guy at my Bible school gave an analogy to a friend of mine. He had a napkin. My friend was deciding what job he should do because he was getting busy. And he was like, here's your napkin. He started putting things on the napkins like ketchup, mustard, salt. He's like, this is your future wife. This is your kids. This is your job. And eventually, obviously, the napkin got full and some stuff was hanging off. He's like, you could be the person that keeps trying to fill this and like it's falling off. And then eventually you're going to push the God thing out. And then he showed how like, you know, the ketchup and the mustard eventually, because they were next to each other, were pushing the salt away. It's like you're going to eventually push God off the napkin, or you put God in the middle and you don't overcrowd yourself, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And like, kind of
nice visual there.
Courtesy of my Bible school teacher. But yeah. I know I'm never gonna have balance. There's days I'm like a passionate person too, so like if I get a project, I want to do the project. Like
right.
If I'm in content creation right now,
you don't want to do it halfway. Yeah, that's how I am too.
And I'll just like right
and I
now,
go all in to the point where it's like obsession.
Exactly.
Like, that's hard for me too.
Like for me right now, it's content creation, and I'm like, I don't care about the streams per se. I don't care about anything else. I want to learn everything I can about content creators and like how they think, and I'm just like study mode, and I'll just dive into it, and it's all I do, and it's all I'm doing right now because that's just how I am. Like when I pick a project, I want to do it really. That's kind of. Really well.
I mean, that's how I want to be too. But I feel like personality wise and like entertainment wise, I've always been somebody that's like comical, like that just tries to be funny and stuff. That's fine. But like the business aspect of everything, like when it comes down to like numbers and this works this way and this works this way, like I literally am a hamster.
Yeah, it's a beast. It's a beast.
It's hard.
Yeah, and people will say all the time like, "Oh, these streamers, like it's just luck," or like, you know, TikTok is just luck, and I'm like, nope.
Or as a female, it's like, oh, it's only because she's a girl.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. It is not 100%. The numbers actually.
There's work that goes into it, man. Like there's work that goes into it.
Yeah, it really is, and like it's not luck.
Like when I first like was like maybe I should try something like that. I first had like a thought about that whenever I was like young, like about YouTube and stuff. I was like, man, but I did not know. There's no way. I did not know how that worked. I didn't even have like reliable internet. I mean, I lived like on the top of a mountain, and I would have to like get in a window and turn my phone upside down to even receive text messages at some point in my life. But anyway, we're moving past that.
Rosa with her Motorola Razr, flipping it upside down.
But like when I first like decided to like, oh, the streaming stuff, it's not something that you just get a camera and get a microphone and push a button. Like,
I mean, you could. You're not going to be successful.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you want it to like go somewhere and actually get up off of the dirt ground that it would be sitting on, like you've gotta put some work into it.
So I gotta tell you two things. This goes along with what we're talking about, God. You want to fix your balance with God, you need to put work. Like you were saying in the beginning, it's a you problem and you need to fix it. Whether it's what I do, praying in the morning and making sure the first second is God, or something else, but you need to do it. It's a you problem. God's there. God hasn't left. It's you. Somebody came in. This is unrelated. Somebody came into my stream last week. I was streaming. It was night. And somebody jumped in. And you know how it tells you first time chatter? So it was a first time chatter. And the dude's first message was, hey, does anybody want to follow me? I'll gladly follow back, yada, yada, yada. So he got timed out by a mod.
Yeah, let me smolder.
Check this out. It gets so good. He got timed out by a mod within seconds. And I was like, so I was talking about it and then boom, it timed out. I was like, oh, you shouldn't do that because the mods are going to time you out. And I was trying to be nice about it. And then boom, timed out. So this dude waited and came back. Then this dude came in my chat and was basically like, how come you don't allow that? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to respond to this. So I started responding. And he's like, I was like, well, you know, you build a community. That's not the way to do it. And I explained some things, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, and even you as a streamer, like, if you want to build, I was like, my advice is not even to do follow for follows because that's the stupidest pyramid scheme in the world. You're just following people that want to do the same thing and they don't care about you, you know, whatever. So then this dude was like, well, I just think that that's selfish, blah, 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 in my community. So I like kind of allowed it to go back and forth for a bit instead of like the mods just baiting him. Because I was just talking to him, right? And he keeps going, he keeps going. So I died in Warzone. Obviously that happens often if you're me. So instead of spectating, I was like, you know what? I'm going to, on my other screen, go to his Twitch. I just want to see what his Twitch says. So I go to his Twitch and live on stream, like I pulled it up on my stream. I was like, hey, bro, is this you? I was like, here, I'm going to follow you. Here's your pity follow. And then I went to his about, and the first thing on his about, like before anything else, before it says about him, anything, it says, rule number 1, no self-promotion. And I just looked at the camera. I was like, this you? Okay, then. And my whole chat blew up. And they were like, oh, snap. He just got called up. Unrelated to the God conversation, but I had to share that.
There is a special place in my heart that I won't elaborate on. Self-promo.
It's just ridiculous. Like, I don't even care. I feel for my community that posts
things.
What?
You know, wait. Yeah. It's different if they're just like mad bold about it and like they like obviously they already know they're gonna get timed out, they're gonna get banned or whatever.
They're just going for it. Yeah.
But it's the people that subtly do it for me.
Yeah.
Like, they're so subtle about it, as if you don't have a brain.
I'm gonna go stream now, everybody. I'm gonna go play Rocket League for the next 2 hours. Bye, Rosa. While I go stream and play Rocket League.
Matter of fact, I was in someone's stream last night that one of their mods was like, they gave me a shout out. They do it like after somebody subscribes or something like that. They'll get a shout out, whatever. And the streamer said like, oh, make sure she gets her shout out. And he was like, I already gave her 2. I also peeped her profile and saw that she was also a streamer. So I dropped her a follow. I love to show love wherever it's blah, 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 blah. It's like, you're doing that in the person that you're modding for. You're doing that in their stream. Ridiculous. Dropping hints that you're a streamer too. It's just like, I don't know, small things. But I try not to be so cynical about it. But sometimes, man.
No, I just think
like even coming into my stream and like dropping your I don't know. That's probably way too cynical. But like dropping their own emotes, like letting everybody know, like, hey.
It's funny.
Hey.
It's a funny.
You like these new emotes? I got these new emotes today. Do you like these?
It's funny. Yeah.
Check out my profile.
It's funny. But I just thought
it's been fun. I've been here for 5 minutes, but I'm gonna head out now. I've got to stream soon.
I just thought it was wild that this guy was just like trying to debate me and tell me that it was selfish, and then in his bio it's
that's crazy.
So my chat lost. It was funny though. My chat lost it after that. I did a whole stream where we just watched cringy old YouTube videos of me because I used to be a magician my whole life. So we just watched like 10-year-old videos, 15-year-old videos. It was actually really funny.
Dude, the other day I was vibing with chat. We were watching American Idol auditions.
Dude, it's fun. It's fun.
It was cool.
Let's get into some gaming.
Talk about God, and let's talk about faith. Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, Rosa, this one's for you. Have you ever played? I'm gonna ask you the question first. Have you ever played Farming Simulator? I have.
No.
I downloaded it live on stream. I played it live on stream. I suck at it. I'm a city boy. Because it's hard. It's really like, it's no joke. There's no like tutorial. You gotta know what you're gonna do with the corn. Like, it's intense. I couldn't handle it. Too much for me. But check this out. We talked about Battlefield last week being an absolute L. And they're on the top 10 worst reviewed games on Steam. Number 8 on the list. If you go to Battlefield, like, you know how it tells you mostly positive or, you know, on Steam? It straight up says in bold red, very negative. First thing it says on their screen. But as of right now, we're filming this on a Sunday, November 28th. Farming Simulator has more active players than Battlefield 2024. And that's the Farming Simulator that came out earlier in the year. Not even new. Farming Simulator 2022 has more active players than Battlefield 2042.
There's a lot of country people out there.
There's country people trying to like, I don't like this shooting game. I'm gonna go. It's just the game's that bad. There's more people playing Farming Sim than this supposed Warzone competitor. I just thought that was interesting.
No, that's very interesting.
That's
wild. Like,
I don't know how they're gonna recover from this either.
Battlefield?
You know how much money goes into making a video game?
Whoa.
Of that caliber and that
and
name?
You're getting outdone by a bunch of people that are farming seeds and
hey, don't hate. I literally have Farming Simulator downloaded currently. Don't hate on the farm game.
You just literally said it's not for me, blah, blah, blah. Sure. I'm a city boy.
You know what game I downloaded, though? I downloaded The Hunting, Call of the Wild. It's a hunting game.
Yeah, I actually heard that was, like, kind of cool.
I don't know. I just tried it. I haven't really played it. I'm not a hunter or anything like that, but I thought it'd be fun to just kind of try out. I got scared in the game.
Hunting games like that aren't for me. Like, if you're talking about, like, make me, like a tribe person out in the woods with a story, and I'm like searching tracks, and I'm like, I've got a bow and arrow, and I have to, you know, like stuff like that, and I need it to survive. Like, it's got a story behind it. Yeah. Heck yeah. No, I'm in there.
No, this one's like you like real
trophies.
Life. You real life park your car and you like go hunting in the Northwest.
Yeah,
this is like that. Like it's like a simulator, like a legit hunting game.
It's cool. I don't hate on it, but like that wouldn't.
I kind of want to try
immersion. It. I need like immersion, like big immersion.
You know what I want? They're never gonna make this game. But I think this would be so popular. Battle Royales are all in right now, right? Like everybody wants a Battle Royale. That's what we're all playing. That's what's in. Like you can't get away from Battle Royales.
Mm-hmm.
What's this called? Hunger Games. If they came out with a Hunger Games style Battle Royale, straight up Hunger Games.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like whatever it is, 20-something people load in, a bunch of loot in the middle, with like, but like that would be a dope Battle Royale. Pick
you know what would be what has always been in the center of my mind about video games, and it still baffles me that it's not a thing.
What?
Imagine if they had a game for Avatar, the movie.
I've never seen Avatar.
Get me out.
Rest is silently judging me right now.
Get me out.
Never seen it. Never plan to either.
I'm so sorry, but I cannot continue this podcast anymore.
Our friendship just died.
Yeah, friendship over.
Never seen it. Never plan to
We
either.
need to watch it tonight.
Don't plan to ever.
Why?
Maybe if you come to Washington, you hang out with Kat and I, then we'll watch it that day. I'll wait. I'll save it for that. We have a guest room.
No,
we'll watch it
no. Before I come to your house, I need to know whether you've watched it or not and if you liked it.
I'm never planning on watching it.
That's the deal breaker.
Never planning on watching it.
Kat, get this, man.
She's never watched it either. Rose is silently judging her life choices right now.
I'm lagging. I'm frozen. My internet's out.
Neither one of us have watched it. Don't plan on it either. I can tell you right now, Kat's not going to like it. Sorry to say. Kat doesn't like that kind of stuff. She never watched superhero movies until we got married. My wife grew up. Actually, we won't go into that. But like, just trust me.
Well, I don't like animated. Usually, like animated, like adult movies like that either. Like
that came out really wrong.
Like
I'm gonna let you play back what you just said in your head because that came out really wrong. But keep going. Keep going.
I'm frozen again. This lag is terrible.
Oh, this podcast is rated M for mature.
I meant as in like a kids movie, like that Secret Life of Pets. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have.
So cute. Love every second of it. But like movies that are very, very friendly and not anything crazy that are animated.
It's okay. My kid walked around my church telling people, Daddy lets me watch dirty movies. And then my friend came up to me and he was like, Steven, do you know that your kid is telling people, like, Daddy lets me watch dirty movies? And then I was like, what? And then when I asked him, he was like, yeah, like WALL-E, because WALL-E's dirty. I was like, oh, it's because we watched WALL-E this week, and WALL-E lives on a dirty, like a planet infested with dirt. Kids for you. He also went into the dollar store. He said, look, Daddy, look at all the hookers. You know the big candy canes that people put in their yards?
Yeah.
He calls candy canes hooks, like, because they look like little hooks, right, when he was younger. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why he added the ER, but one day we go into the dollar store, he sees the giant ones, and the first thing he says is, Daddy, this place has lots of hookers.
Gosh.
And the whole store just busted out laughing.
Funny story. It's actually very traumatic. Noah, I don't know if there's members of the community that watch this, but Noah had a really bad accident recently, a few months ago. Yeah. Fell, sliced his face open, like blood everywhere. I could see his teeth through his cheek. Like,
that was crazy.
I don't even want to revisit that. I think I'm still healing from that, actually. Anyway, on the way to the hospital, I'm doing like 150, 4 ways on, like, because I was freaking out. He was losing a lot of blood. But anyway, we just won't even go there. On the way there, he's like trying to talk to me. And I'm like, don't talk. Don't talk. Just don't move. Nothing. Like, I need you to be still as a board. Don't say nothing. Yeah. We get into the ER, and they're like, you know, like dressing everything, all this and all that. And they were like, what happened, buddy? And he looks at this woman. He says, Mommy told me not to talk. I was like, my God, dude, come on. That's not, I was like, instantly, I was like, no. Because, I mean, we just live in such a world now. I mean, like...
Yeah.
And then the next thing I know, they're, like, taking him by the hand and, like, taking him off away from me to, like, I guess for him to tell the story of, like, what happened. And at first I was, like, instantly, like, offended. I was like, I would never, ever hurt my child. But then I was like, logically, Rosa... I mean, what kind of day and age do we live in? Like, what kind of day and age do we live in? Like, I can't be mad at them for doing their job. But at the same time,
I got told that
oh my gosh.
I broke my son's arm, I got told by my older son. My kid my second kid has a problem where his, like, not his shoulder, his elbow gets dislocated. It's just like it's a thing that some kids are born with, and it can constantly get dislocated. So one day I was holding his hand and he pulled away, and when he pulled, that was the first time we found out, oh, it pops. And then we went to the doctor and they were like, it's not a big deal. They taught us how to pop it back in because it's happened a lot ever since then. Anyway, this kid, my older son, they were like, oh, what happened to your brother? He was like, well, Daddy had him, and Daddy, like, I forgot what he said, but he basically was like, Daddy, like, hurt him and broke his arm. Kids will get you arrested. Anyway.
Dude, my heart sank instantly. He was so serious about it too. He, like making straight eye
That's
contact
awesome.
with her. He was like blood all over his face. His face isn't happy. It's like, Mommy told me not to talk. I was like, if y'all don't get this kid right now, that actually
Speaking
makes it feel worse.
of
But
crazy stuff, there's a new Warzone glitch. Have you heard of this? I think you're gonna like this one. Okay, who are the most annoying type of players in Warzone?
teammates.
Wow, Rosa! Haven't queued up with you in a while. Maybe that's why.
Teammates. Let me expand. Teammates
Not the question I was asking, but go ahead.
that do not have callouts.
Okay, no. What's the worst type of enemies?
Riot shields.
Riot shields, right? The worst type of enemies,
Or
right?
shotguns.
Riot shields. Check this out. There's a new glitch that if somebody gets downed with a riot shield, their riot shield disappears for the remainder of the game.
Sex to suck.
The riot shield literally gets gone for the remainder of the game.
Sex to suck.
And then, so I think it's you have to be in a vehicle. You get downed while you're in a vehicle, and then that's it. Whether you self-revive, somebody revives, like that's it. It's over. You lose your riot shield, and then it just shows up as a no weapon at all.
Sucks to suck.
So that's what's going on. I mean, I'll take that over a stim glitch any day of the week.
I mean, what really advantages that have? That doesn't really. I mean, besides.
No, I'm saying that's freaking amazing. That you can down somebody and they lose their riot shield.
Yeah.
Done. Rest of the game, can't get it back.
Good.
Everybody's dream. I mean, it'll probably get patched this week, but everybody's dream. I have my thoughts on the riot shield. I actually don't think it's as bad as people think it is, but we don't have to go there right now.
Because you're toxic.
No, I just think it's in the game. It's in the game.
You like to run around with a riot shield and Cali sticks.
I do not. I've never used a riot shield. First of all, I do love the Cali sticks. Absolutely goated. But no, I just think it's in the game. It's in the game.
Cali sticks, man. Watching people use Cali sticks is like so amazing to me. I can't do it though.
I love them. But to me, it's like people complaining about growing on TikTok. Like, just figure it out. It's in the game. Deal with it, brother. Deal with it, Rosa.
Or be bad. It's fine.
Deal with it.
You can't
Figure
shoot
it
it
out.
and outgun somebody. Learn.
Deal with it.
Get good.
And then last thing is Mirror's Edge. Have you ever played Mirror's Edge?
No, I don't know what that is.
So Mirror's Edge is a game where you were basically running the whole time. You were a runner. So you were escaping people. Like basically like you were that's what you were. You were it was like when parkour was really popular and you were just running and that's it basically. So Mirror's Edge was a pretty good game. It was like first person runner. So you saw your hands and that's it. You were running, gliding, jumping, doing parkour, but like your job was to get away from whatever it was that was going on and like jump through the city. A lot better than what I'm making it to sound. It was a really popular game.
Sounds kind of cool, actually.
They're remastering it is what it looks like for 2022 in February. So if that's I'm gonna play that if that comes out for sure. I used to play it on the PS3 and loved it.
The PS3?
The PS3. Let's get into some nonsense.
Things about to get crazy!
Is basic nonsense.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Let's go.
Okay,
I never wanted to stop.
I thought of you and I handpicked these questions for you. We're just gonna jump right in.
The last couple ones, man, you've been picking my brain.
Okay, first one. This one.
Still stuck on bad breath or bad body odor.
Everybody seems to agree with you always.
I don't know. I kind of take my answer back. I don't know.
Interesting.
Actually,
Okay, wait. I got a better one.
sorry, go.
Rosa, do this for me. Can you describe the color yellow to someone who is blind? Go. Describe the color yellow to someone who is blind. I've stumped her. Finally. It took months.
Stale.
Stale?
The word stale keeps coming into my mind. Imagine stale, neutral, warmth, but like too much warmth. That's poetry.
That's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna flip this on you real quick. If I was deaf, how would you tell me how to eat? Okay, what if I was blind? How would you tell me how to like drive a car?
I would not have you drive a car if you were blind.
I think I can do a pretty good job. Okay.
Negative. I've seen how you drive in Warzone.
You know what's funny? So everybody gets on me. I don't know if you know this. Everybody gets on me because I'm a really bad helicopter pilot in Warzone.
Oh, I know.
Do you know that I have flown planes before in real life?
Yeah, you told me.
And I'm the worst, the worst driver or pilot, whatever you want to call it, in Warzone. Absolute worst. I'm so glad you did that. I'm gonna put that in the captions. That there's a burp. Okay, next question for you, Rosa. If you could only choose one song to play every time you walked into a room for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Grateful by Mahalia.
I do not know what that is.
You have to listen to it.
Grateful by Mahalia?
I'm obsessed. Literally obsessed. I literally had a stream the other day where I just literally had it on loop.
Never heard of it. I would play, you know that John Cena intro that's on
Somebody
TikTok?
put me onto it from one of my music streams. Somebody was like, listen to this song. And then I listened to it, and now I'm obsessed.
You know that John...
Like
what is it called?
Sorry.
You're fine. You know that John Cena intro music that's on TikTok? That's what I would play every time I walked into a room. Could you just imagine me coming out to preach?
What happens when like one of your family members passes away and you're entering the room of the funeral?
Or like I just walk into the church to preach. That's what would happen. That's exactly what would happen.
Kind of respect
like,
it.
Pastor Stephen, so and so is in the hospital, on their last leg. Would you come and pray for them? Absolutely. That's what I want to play every time.
Imagine if in that song that I told you, she repeats like, "I'm very, very grateful." Something. Could you imagine if I had a real job or like an actual like IRL job that? God, that sounds terrible. Like streaming isn't. But you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I'm getting fired. I walk into the room. Very, very grateful. Very, very. Never mind.
That's funny. I've never heard of this song. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, you need to listen to it. It's very R&B-ish though.
Hey, I love it. You know what I did? I didn't do the music streams, obviously, because I could never do that. But we were just hanging out watching YouTube videos from like old videos of me. And then in the background, I had that song playing. I forgot what the Rockefeller something. It's like, and Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. And Funk Soul Brother, remember the song? Please tell me you remember the song. You 100% remember the song. Have you ever seen He's All That?
Yes.
With Freddie Prinze Jr. There's a dance scene in the prom.
I don't know.
It's like, how do you not know Rockefeller? It literally is like an iconic song from the 2000s. Anyway, so I played that video for my stream. We listened to it. And then after we listened to it, I was showing my stream that there's actually a new She's All That with Addison Rae from TikTok in it. It's called there was a She's All That. There was a She's All That. And then this one's called He's All That. So we were watching clips of the new one with Addison Rae in it. Cringiest stream I've ever done in my life. One of my mods came in while Addison Rae and three girls are just dancing in the prom. And he's like, what the heck is happening here? And I'm just like bopping my head while Addison Rae's dancing. It was a good time.
I think I do know the song you're talking about.
You definitely do. All right.
I think so.
That was my only questions that I had for you today. I lied. I have one more question.
Oh, God.
No, it's an easy one, but I think I'm just curious what you're going to say because I know my answer. If you were any animal, what would you be and why?
Mm,
I know what I would be.
kind of low key would want to be either a lion or a wolf.
You gotta pick one. Pick one. And why? A lion or a wolf?
I'm gonna go with lioness because wolves be, bro. Can you imagine?
No,
Just
I can't
being
imagine.
so cold all the time, never knowing where anybody is. You gotta like find like Bertha over there, like lioness, dude. Fearless. They run. People always think like the male lions run the pride. Them dudes be dipping every 2 years. Like, all right, Simba, you done?
You know what I would
Okay.
be? Because I think it relates to me. Don't make fun of me at first.
Oh my gosh, you're
I
gonna say
would
something
be a
crazy, like
gazelle.
centipede.
A gazelle.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Skinny, like not intense, but the second your little nut lioness butt turns, I'm out.
Mm,
Which is how I play Warzone. That's why I leave people behind.
I don't know. Gazelles are. They get outplayed sometimes though. They get outsmarted.
I mean,
Strategies.
Story of my life.
on 'em.
Look at my KD in Warzone. Story of my life.
You're kind of right.
Story of my life.
Lionesses, man, they be holding it down. They do.
I have
They
a
run the
question.
pride.
If you guys listening to this, if you've made it all the way through to the end of the podcast and you're listening to this right now, I want something from you. Go on our YouTube and you tell us, we picked, but you tell us what two animals we both resemble. Rosa and I. Let us know in the comments. I want to know what animal you think Rosa resembles and what animal you think I resemble. And I think next episode we're going to mention the funniest one in the comments.
Can I tell you what I think you resemble?
And I'll tell you what I think you resemble. Go.
Okay. You know, like from Madagascar,
Oh gosh.
King Julian. I don't know why.
King Julian.
need
Is
to
that the
hear-
little tiger?
He's like the little like raccoon thing, little lemur. Like, I like to move it. I like to move it.
Oh gosh.
I don't know why you remind me. It's not even that you resemble it. It's just like that's like you to me for some reason.
Oh gosh. Not where I thought that was going. Okay, I got one for you. You know who I think you resemble? And I guess you guys are going to have to look at this as we end the podcast. You brought up the movie, so you made me think about it. You know the, what's it called? Story of Pets, whatever it's called, the ones that stay home? Life of Pets?
Life of Pets. Secret Life of Pets.
Okay, the bunny.
I look like the bunny?
No, but you know how the bunny. So if you guys don't know, there's this little
Kevin
bunny.
Hart?
He's hardcore, and like the bunny don't play no games. The bunny does not play games. He will cut you if he needs to.
That's so funny.
That's what you remind me of. The bunny from Pet's Life.
You know who was his voice for that movie? It was Kevin Hart.
That makes sense. You remind me of a little Kevin Hart.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
All right, this podcast is getting going places we don't need it to go right now. Hey, if you guys listen all the way through, I follow him on TikTok. We appreciate you
same height,
guys.
you know?
Have you seen his TikToks?
He's not
We're just gonna
actually. Taller than
His
me,
entire TikTok is him trying. I mean, listen, if you are a younger person, don't listen to his TikToks. Very inappropriate language at times. But if you watch his TikToks, his entire TikToks is him trying to make a TikTok. Like, is him unsuccessfully trying to successfully record a TikTok. From his first one to today, is everyone is like, yo, I'm gonna make a TikTok, and then he never makes said TikTok. Funny guy though. Hey, if you guys been watching this the whole way through, thank you guys so much. Make sure to drop a comment on the YouTube, smash that like and subscribe button, and if you're watching on the audio platforms, Spotify doesn't let you, but drop a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps us out big time.
Pretty please.
Pretty please. You have a good
Pretty
accent.
please. Drop us a review.
And then we'll be on next week every Tuesday. You guys can check us out on our Twitch streams or respawnpodcast.com if you guys want to stay in touch with us. But I think that's it for us and for... I'm not going to tell you what's going on. You're just going to have to go to the video version to see what Rose is doing right now.
On the money.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
That was another episode of the Respawn Podcast. Don't cry. You can stay in touch with Rosa and Pastor Steven on their live streams right on Twitch. Don't forget to follow them on social media to stay in touch. We'll see you on the next episode.